resume to your seat. Thank you for your kind cooperation. Good morning, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the second and also the last day of the 7th International E-Learning Conference 2016. In the morning sessions, we have 4 presentations which are very interesting. And I would like to start by introducing the first keynote speaker for today's in the morning session. He is the director and the professor and also chair of the Department of Education, School of Education, Seoul National University. He is currently the Director of Education Research Institute and Chair of the Department of Education. He worked as the Director of Center for Teaching and Learning and also Associate Dean of Education Affairs of NSU. His research subjects include instructional systems design model, e-learning design, instructional design strategies for creativity, self-regulated learning, and flipped learning models. He served as the Vice President of the Korean Society for Educational Technology and President of the Korean Society for Learning and Performance. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Professor Chiolin Lim.
Okay, good morning. Good morning. It's my honor to be invited as a speaker in this wonderful conference. And my major area is educational technology, as he said. And I have some experiences in designing and implementing e-learning courses, and I had a chance to work as a director of Center for Teaching and Learning in Seoul National University last 2012 and 2014. So I'd like to share what I have learned from those experiences with you about the Korean MOOC and also in the context of Seoul, how the Seoul National University working on the online course development in this session. As you already know, about 2012, the MOOCs like Coursera and edX, different types of MOOCs has been evolving and then implementing throughout the world. And Korean MOOC just started last year, 2015. And the topic I'd like to talk about is that MOOCs is for kind of open education to anybody who wants to learn. But what about the traditional universities like Seoul National University and Chulalongkorn universities do with MOOCs? What are the directions and what are the involvement that the traditional universities like SNU and Chulalongkorn University do with MOOCs? That's one of the points I'd like to make in this presentation. So briefly, I will talk about the KMOOC in the context of the online course development, what are the status and development, and then what the Seoul National University particularly play a role in the course of developing MOOC. I can say this kind of leadership. And then I'd like to share the specific strategies that we use in Seoul National University to develop and implement online courses in SNU. And what are the issues and challenges we noticed and how we overcome those challenges as we go to the next phase of KMOOC for higher education. And what are the future directions of higher education with MOOCs? That's the point I'd like to make. The MOOC. First of all, let me show what I saved a little bit of the Korean MOOC. Please play. So basically, this is the first page of Korean MOOC, and the student just typing the course they would like to watch, and they can see some kind of courses. And then they go to the content introduction. This is a page of content introduction. It is about the creativity in the engineering courses. And this is one of the popular courses in Korea. So basically, same edX platform, and the student choose a content, and then it shows the professor's lectures. Just a short glimpse of what has been doing in Korean MOOC. Just basically follow the edX platform, which is very efficient for us. And the starting point.
여러분들은 창의성이 무엇이라고 생각을
It's a little bit
하십니까?
awkward, but anyway, it's
이
good.
창의성에 대한
course
여러
about
학자들의
creativity.
정의를 보면 창의적인 인물이다
And then
하고
this is
보는
one
데
typical
있어서
example of
대부분의
studio
사람들이
developing type of
동의할
courses.
거예요.
So rather than
그러면
videotaping the real lectures in the classroom, we prefer to have the studio type of video lectures, which is more focusing on the lecture and content itself. So this is one particular example of the online courses in KMOOC, I mean. Okay. So this is one example, and this is some courses that Korea developed in last year, 2015, and then basically the Korean MOOC is developed by the initiative of Korean government. So the Korean government offered some fund, and about 10 universities participated in the last year, and we quickly made courses and then implemented in the last year about 27 courses in a very rapid mode. One of the famous character of Korea is speed, and so we developed and then implemented the courses, 27 courses Korea MOOC last year. And just a short experience to you, there are 7 top courses from the foundations of economics to the university and life. Guess. Number 1, and about the more than 20 courses, number 1 and number 7. These courses are made by Seoul National University, and the other ones are from private universities. And the registrants is about 6,000, like 2,700. Those are most of the Korean students. Some students from outside of Korea, but at this point, it is not for international level. Even though we have English subtitles, most of the registrants are coming from Korea, inside Korea. So this is a number that you can guess when you open your Thai MOOC to your students. Maybe those are numbers that you can expect from your Thai student. So just show some ideas. So economics, and then about creativity in the engineering department, and analytics of Confucius. It is one of the popular area these days in Korea. And artificial intelligence, and the movie storytelling, and the theory of relativity about, for the public. So those are the 7 popular courses that we offered through the KMOOC last year. And this year, 2016, we enlarged the courses for KMOOC. Basically, there are 10 existing institutions like Seoul National University and other Yonsei and Korea University, a top private universities. We include more universities to this KMOOC, and they are selected through the screening process so that a quality courses should be developed in 2016. So, and also, one of the key peculiar thing is that the Korea government is trying to have different types of projects for quality higher education. So that, for instance, like ACE or the CK is the project name that to push the Korean university to have high quality education, especially for undergraduate level. And those projects that the university should develop some MOOC courses as a contract, so that not just the universities, these universities, but other different types of universities should develop MOOC courses so that we can provide more divergent types of MOOC courses for the future. So the participating institution is getting larger these days. Okay, and another picture of what is going on in the Korean MOOC. In 2016, we have this type of picture. First of all, the courses that we developed in 2016 is about the existing universities have up to like 30 courses, and then new universities involved in this year have like more than 20 courses. And as I told before, the government-funded project universities also develop courses about 25. So through this approach, we have like 100 courses up to this year. And the popular areas, social science and humanities and engineering. And obviously engineering, the green one, has the popular area because that is more demanding area for university students. It is a little bit complex and difficult, so that the student wants to get more knowledge from the online courses of the engineering departments. So this is a glimpse of what has been going on in terms of course development in 2016. And this is a general map that the Korean MOOC Government Institute provide for us. Basically, the step 1 is up to next year for introduction and settlement. And step 2 is from 2018 about globalization. And also step 3 about the open higher education system settlement. These are 3 roadmaps that we have at this point. For instance, as I said before, last year we have 27 courses about, and then this year we have around 100 courses in KMOOC for content diversification. And also next year we would like to have more content standardization to be more effective And then also from 2018, we would like to have content internationalization so that many students outside of Korea may enjoy the Korean MOOC for their learning. This is a roadmap that we have at this point. And basically, just I show you what has been going on in terms of Korea MOOC, K-MOOC, but at this point, I would like to share with you what has been doing in Seoul National University, like traditional universities, for this kind of direction. I would say leadership in K-MOOC, because Seoul National University, as a national university, has an obligation to provide their courses to public, and then also some obligation for higher education reputation. So let me share what has been going on in terms of the Seoul National University online content development and MOOC involvement. This is the university that I work for. Basically, it is a huge campus university, and then it has the student of like 26,000 students as a whole, and then 16,000 for undergraduate level, and then 10,000 students for graduate level. So it is basically research-oriented university. That it means that sometimes the professors are very reluctant to increase their time and effort to teaching, especially for undergraduate level. But from 2011 and 12, we shifted a little bit to focus on the undergraduate level teaching on education quality. So let me try to explain what has been going on in terms of the quality education effort in Seoul National University. As I said before, in 2012, we started to develop online courses for students and the public. It is a very important year. I became the director of Center for Teaching and Learning in 2012. And at the time, one of the key accident or a key factor is that the alumni of Seoul National University was emphasizing Seoul National University should play a role of service to public rather than just students inside the campus. And the other one is Seoul National University should play as a worldwide, international level university rather than just inside Korea. So they gave some money, huge money, and then they asked us to develop online courses for students and then for the public. They, at that time, expecting some kind of MOOCs, even especially the open courseware from MIT. So the open courseware MIT encouraged the alumni of Seoul National University invest some money for online course development rather than just classroom activities only. So that is the year that Seoul National University is shifting from the traditional university type of classroom activities to online course development and then prepare the MOOCs type of new stimulus outside world. Obviously, in 2013, the edX was approaching to us, Seoul National University, and asked us how about joining the edX to have the MOOCs courses. And the administrative level think about, and then actually the Coursera, another MOOCs institute, also approached us. So we have to think about what edX or the Coursera will be good for us, and we finally decide edX is the good partner for our Seoul National University in terms of reputation. So we decided to join edX 2013. And then we started to provide SNUX, which is the brand name of edX in Seoul National University, SNUX. We developed the SNU courses 2014. And one thing I would like to make emphasize is that we actually did not make content for edX only. We actually made already online content with the help of alumni, as I before, and we edited a little bit to make the obligations about the edX regulation. So it is a little bit efficient to switch from the Seoul National University online content to edX content. So we did it very quickly. As I said before, it's one of our reputation in Korea, rapidly and quickly to follow what is taking in the world. And then obviously we played a kind of example what should do the traditional university to develop online courses, even the MOOC involvement. And last year, 2015, we involved in or participate in KMOOC as a major contributor because we have some experiences in online content development and also involvement in the edX. So we provided our experience to the government and other universities so that we can naturally move to the edX involvement. So we played a key role in the Korean MOOC development, I can say. And then this year, we do again our effort to develop more courses, KMOOC courses, with the other universities, private universities too. So this is a kind of a history that how Seoul National University is involved in. That this is, as I said before, we, the Seoul National University, about 4 or 5 years, 2012, start to develop online courses, which is called SNU-on, SNU-on, for our students and also for the public, I mean the Korean citizen and people. And these are the websites that we developed for our students. And then about up to 2015, last year, we developed 75 courses. For one course, we spent money like, gave money like $15,000 per professor, each development. So the alumni funded us, so we developed 75 courses from the alumni support. And then, and then this year, the spring semester, again developed 11 courses from the support of the alumni. So we have like more than like 90 courses at this point. These are some numbers that I can show you. Like for instance, in the SNU-on courses, we have like the economics class and chemistry and the basic physics. Those are the numbers of the students that actually registered for the SNU-on courses. These are not, some of the students are taking credit for those courses, but some of the students are not taking the credit just for their academic excellence. They just chose these courses. But let me just show the numbers that students registered for this kind of courses. About 300 and 200 more than students for each course. These are the numbers that we have right now. And also, as I said before, it is for public also. So we took the strategy of using application rather than using the PCs. So every students or the public, even you, can download the SNU-on and then watch the Seoul National University professor's lecture. Sometimes, some of them are English, so you can enjoy some of them, but most of them are still in Korean. But these are the applications that we use for our students and the public. And then, as I said before, we have some agreement between edX and SNU in 2013. And then we developed the courses, SNUX courses, and then implemented it 2014, about 4 SNU-on SNUX courses. Okay. And that these are another numbers that I would like to show you. Like, for instance, one of the popular courses is that robot mechanism and control. And the professor actually did lecture with English. So it is very popular, not within the Korea, but throughout the world. Anyway, most of students come from not just within Korea, but India and China and even America. So those students were getting the content from the Dr. Park from about this robot mechanics and control. And we divided it too, because one of the regulations that edX suggests us is that rather than 15-week courses like a traditional university, you have to cut it down to 7 or 8 weeks for the students can go through all the assignment and work rather than just dropping out. So we divided into two parts, and then it went successfully. And this one, International Politics about Korean Peninsula, also has the 6,000 audience or students. And interestingly enough, the physics course also has 17,000 students. This course done by Korean, but we have English subtitles so that every student around the world can access to this course about the physics. So it is one of the popular courses that we developed and offered for international level. And then KMOOC. KMOOC is sponsored by the Ministry of Education. It's a kind of a lead project. It started from last year, 2015. And we developed actually 2 courses for KMOOC. These courses about economics and then university and life, those professors are very, very popular and energetic in terms of teaching. So they were selected economics and then universe, the natural science, and then it was a good, they are a very good content for our audiences in Korea. And let me show another, once again, for your review, the course that we developed, the economics. Can you press the play button? Okay. So as I said before, the student just typing like economics, they want to share, and then this is the menu that you just saw before. So students can watch the introduction of the courses, and then this is the site that the student can watch the introduction, and some notice by the professor what is going on in the course outline. And then this is one of the typical screenshot. The student can select the course, the content, and then they can watch the video clips, like these video clips and some testing. And English title over here. So this is done by Korean in the Seoul National University studio. So we developed and we gave this content to Korean MOOC, and they operate in the Korean MOOC platform. This is a typical example of the Korean MOOC, and this is one of number 1 popular courses in Korean MOOC about economics. Very obviously, students in the campus and outside the campus are very interested in the economics, how we understand economy, the difficulties. So this is one of the popular courses in KMOOC last year. Okay. So up to now, I tried to explain what has been going on in KMOOC, and then what are the history of Seoul National University involvement in online content development, how we use those content or the experience to KMOOC development. But the point I would like to make is that how we use the MOOCs we develop or the online content in Seoul National University, I mean in the traditional university, in the campus-wide, what we should do for our students. And one of the obvious answer at this point, not just Seoul National University, but many of the universities in Korea which were involved in the KMOOC is not just beyond open education for public, but quality education for campus students. In other words, I saw some interesting workshop. I mean, the invited speaker yesterday with your Thailand professor. Students sometimes do not show a high level of the concentration when they have some lectures from the professor. They just play around at the backside. Same happens in Korea. The professor tried to lecture very actively, but still many students, even in SNU, play around in the backside of the classroom. And there must be some change. So we would like to have more student involvement engagement rather than just lecturing. So that could be one of the direction of the quality education in campus student. So obviously, the flipped learning is the key strategies that we would like to, even not just Seoul National University, and many universities at this point are devoting their efforts how we have flipped learning, use the online content, including MOOCs, so for engagement, and sometimes for even effectiveness. Like some middle-level universities in the suburban area or regional area, we need to have more effectiveness for students learning. So not just engagement, for effectiveness, they can watch the videos before they come to the class, and then they have different type of activities. That is one very interesting and energetic effort that we have nowadays in Korea. So that is one direction I would like to emphasize with you. When you launch your Thai MOOC, rather than just open to public, you have to think about how we can use the MOOCs for campus students. Flipped learning is just one strategy on the model. You can think about more models or strategies how we can use the MOOCs in the campus-wide student. Actually, in 2013, even before we joined the edX or our MOOCs, we have to think about flipped learning for our students for, as I said, engagement. In terms of effectiveness in Seoul National University, it doesn't work. The students are highly motivated and highly well-prepared students. But in terms of engagement, it is a little bit low. So we use the experimental approach about flipped learning 2013. And this is one of the example courses in the mathematics and exercise course in 2013 fall semester. And the students are working together to solve a problem with the iPad. And then students, before they come to the class, they watch the professor's video clip. So these are the clips that the students watch, and these are some activities that students do in the classroom. So based on this experience, we try to diffuse this idea to other faculty members, and this is the glimpse of another number of Seoul National University about current flipped learning. We have this spring semester about 22 courses about this social science and natural science. These are the courses that we used for flipped learning. That means these courses are actually already developed by online format. So the professor can use these online content, and even I developed my own content and then used the flipped learning for my course. Actually, next semester, fourth semester, my courses will be included. But this is just for spring semester for your information. So these are the status. Even though it is a starting point, we would like to emphasize to use this type of flipped learning to many professors who show interest in student engagement. So based on the experiences of Seoul National University online content development and another strategy for flipped learning, what are the strategies for online course development in SNU? First of all, I'd like to emphasize the partnership and communication. Okay, the SNU is trying to have two or three, actually, the partners or the communication stakeholder. One is basically government. We try to have a good relationship with government. There are many projects government wants us to do, so we use these kind of government project. And also, we have good relationships, companies like Samsung or the non-profit organization like edX. Also, we have a good support from alumni association. So those three partners or stakeholders work together to have a good Seoul National University online content. And about infrastructure, let me try to emphasize the CTL, Center for Teaching and Learning. I worked as a director of Center for Teaching and Learning, and it is very critical to have a clear and concise mission of Center for Teaching and Learning to have more online content and have efficient, effective teaching strategies for professors. And also, we need to have college involvement. We have different colleges in our university, and there are several Center for Teaching and Learning in each college. So we need to have a good collaboration. And also, we have a high-speed and wireless internet, as we already imagine we have a good facility, and these are the key role for online content development in terms of infrastructure. Okay. I have no idea why it doesn't go. Okay. And then also, this is a picture that I would like to emphasize. The reason I show you is that this Center for Teaching and Learning is located at the center of the university. That it symbolizes the way we do. So this is a picture of Center for Teaching and Learning. It is located in the center of the university. And then we have a good LMS, which is called the Moodle-based LMS ETL. It uses a lot. And then also we have the Sunon, as I said before, lecture video system. So we have different types of hardware and softwares. And then this is the LMS that we use, Moodle-based online support system for blended learning. Okay. So based on the strategies I just showed, what are the issues and challenges? First of all, let me just briefly 4 areas development and student participation, scaling issue, and technical support. About development issue, what course should be developed first for MOOC? Actually, there might be some different criteria. For instance, popularity, or for instance, each university have different unique aspect. Those criteria should be decided first before you can start. And then also, how we can use MOOCs for flipped learning. As I said before, there must be some ways to use flipped learning. So, oops, it doesn't, okay. Okay, and one of the reasons why I said is that even though we did use the flipped learning approach, one of the comments by the grad student is that because there was a mini lecture in class, I didn't need to watch a video lecture. That means there must be some strategies. The professor emphasized watching the video before coming to the class and then give some quizzes rather than just starting the mini lecture. So there must be some delicate strategies that more effective use of flipped learning should be. Okay. And then also student participation. In the flipped learning phase, the students have a huge overload, so we need to have to be very careful what kind of assignment and load should be done to the students. Time is already up, so let me just quickly, briefly show. And the scaling issue is MOOC flipped learning useful and easy to implement. So we need to have to think about the way to actually how we develop and how we use it in the flipped learning situation. So, for instance, domain-specific MOOCs should be developed rather than a unique content. We have to have more diverse content of the MOOCs. Okay. Oops. And then also we need to have a more technical support. Let me just quickly do the final comment or the final direction is that one of the points I would like to make is that the MOOC should be used for in terms of flipped learning so that we need to have more seamless learning between online and face-to-face activities. And learning analytics and dashboard is one of the key directions we have to focus. Okay. And then also how we have the student participation, especially not just a subject matter like physics, we need to focus on the self-regulated learning skills and collaboration skills through this MOOC and flipped learning approach. That is another direction I would like to emphasize. And also the classroom culture change is the another directions that we would like to later focus on. Okay, and then also we need to have professional development rather than just you do this one. We need to provide more sophisticated support system to them. And then also another issue is, as you heard about the OER yesterday, we need to have not just developing the content, but we need to have strategy to use the existing courses for the future development. And also technical and administrative support is very needed, and I would like to emphasize what is called institutional research. That means we need to collect the data about this type of approach and then analyze and then provide some directions in the future. Okay, so finally, it doesn't work well. So the point I would like to make from this presentation is MOOCs is for originally open education for all. Yeah, I agree with this idea. It's a very fantastic idea. But still, we need to have improvement of education quality in the campus-wide so that MOOCs is used for our students like the flipped learning strategies. That's what I would like to emphasize. Okay, thank you very much.
Actually, we still have a few minutes for any questions since Professor Lim finished his presentation a few minutes earlier. He tries to keep the time. Any questions? Oh, so we provided the microphone for you to ask if you have. Yes, please. Can you proceed to the microphone? Thank you.
There's somebody just saying to me,
Good morning.
time is up, so I have to hurry. But anyway, okay.
Thank you for the nice presentation. This is Christine from Chulalongkorn Business School.
Okay.
We are developing the online courses, and I'm not sure whether do we have the revenue model for the online course or not. I mean, do you open it for free, or do you collect any money or certificate for that?
No, at this point, we do not collect any money. We are the national university, and we have to work as a public law, so it's free at this point. But who knows? In the KMOOC, they have different strategies. So when we involve in KMOOC, they have different strategies for maintenance. So, but in our university level, it's free, no money charge.
Thank you. And the second question is, in KMOOCs, there are a lot of universities participating, right? And do you have any conflicts among universities, like economics courses from SNU and other and Sogang University?
Definitely. What I understand that there is a selection process. Every universities apply for their courses, but in the selection committee, they decide based on the quality of their proposal. They select in a balanced way so that rather than just focus on economics, we do have different types of content. So basically the screening process work for you, for them.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you. Any more questions? Okay, thank you very much. The next presentation will be higher education reform and the next generations of MOOC by Professor Sunil Yamada. I would like to give you the profile of Professor Sunil Yamada, who is now a professor at the Department of Informatics and Center for Open and Distance Education, the Open University of Japan. He is also a professor of Department of Cyber Society and Culture at the Graduate University for Advanced Studies. His main research fields are informatics, educational technology, learning psychology, second language learning, and international volunteer studies. He has been engaged both in the study on advanced use of information and communication technology in educational fields and in the development of various multimedia learning content for second language learning, teacher education, and informatics education using new technologies such as DVD, web, MOOC, and speech technologies. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Professor Sunil Yamada.
Sawadee krap. So thank you very much, very kind introduction, Chairperson. And it's a great honor and pleasure for me to have a presentation. and to share our experiences with you today. So, I'd like to introduce our progress in JMOOC and also our institution, Open University of Japan MOOC. So, at first, what is MOOC? But many speakers have already introduced MOOC, so maybe I need not to explain more. So, a massive open online course, but MOOC is not only a scalable learning management system, but we think a total solution, some kind of a total solution to realize openness and quality assurance at once in sustainable way using IT and big data science. So, so in Japan, we have a kind of association of academic CIO. So we call it AXIS. So this is a kind of EDUCOurse in United States. Somebody knows EDUCOurse. But anyway, so we have such kind of association of CIO and academic IT center staffs. So we have annual conference every year, and I invited the keynote speaker from EDUCOurse. So 2013 annual conference, we invite Professor Brian Boss, one of the executive EDUCOurse board members, and he introduced MOOC to us. At that time, he using this slide, and dinosaurs are our universities, and disruptive event. So in this case, MOOCs. So they explain the existence of MOOCs in using this kind of figure. So at that time, we consider MOOC new types of quality open educational resources because this situation is not to change, but in our case, or at that time in the globally also, dropout rate is very higher. So 80% to 90% and more people cannot finish the courses. So, we consider MOOC one of the very special courses for a special person. So they can keep motivation and sufficient abilities to continue the courses. But in the future, maybe technology improved such kind of situation. So we predict next step will be MOOC will be a new sustainable model of open education. So as I mentioned, my institution is Open University. So we considered open education, open university, only one sustainable model of open education for long years. But now MOOC emerged and show a new kind of open education models. So this is a real suite of open universities. But anyway, this is the second stage. And lastly, some people predict MOOCs will be a new models of higher education itself. So this is a real innovation. But the next year, but the situation is more complicated. So next year, we invited another EDUCOurse board members, Professor Susan Medros from EDUCOS for our AXIS annual conference. At that time, she showed this slide. This is a slide of Gartner's hype cycle models. So 2013, MOOCs that red point. But in the next year, 2014, no word shown in these hype cycles. So considering the hype, nobody anymore feel hype for MOOCs to 2014 in North America. But we knew at the same times in 2014 in many other countries except North America. We know just regional MOOCs were launching. So UNESCO and Open Up ED, European Union, support African MOOC. And also, as explained later details, JMOOC was established in 2013, and Thai MOOC, K-MOOC, Indonesia MOOC, and China MOOC were launching. And AMOOC Community Summit was held in last year. And also AAOU, this is Asian Association of Open University, just launching Asian MOOC portal also. So in other areas, still MOOC is very popular, and many countries try to launching MOOCs. And the MOOCs showed new styles of education learning. So many speakers have already mentioned. So flipped classroom. And in our experience, many JMOOC courses use this kind of flipped classroom event at the same time. But in 2013, Executive Director, IMS Global Learning Consortium, this is one of the international standardization organization in e-learning field. He mentioned MOOCs is one type of the blended learning. And as you know, now MOOC has new features in different places. So in United States, micro-credential-oriented MOOC. And MOOC content and systems is now shared of open and proprietary education. MOOCs and SPOC is realized in the same platform sometimes. And considering next generation of digital learning infrastructure, we should consider both MOOCs and other kind of e-learning, digital e-learning learning environment. And we also be careful. The movement in OER-oriented MOOC. So our organization is Open University, and we are very deep sympathy with open philosophy or open education movement. So we also the same. We have also the same vector for the OER-oriented MOOC. So the situation is more complicated now. So we should consider both MOOC and SPOC in a possible one paradigm or one framework. So typically, so EDUCOurse and IMS Global Learning Standard, considering the next generation digital learning environment, they try to share the vision and the possible architecture or the next step. So NGDLE, UNGDL, so we are just thinking, and MOOC is one of the elements of such kind of new infrastructure. And the dimension of the UNGDL, so UNGDL is very difficult to pronunciate, but President of EDUCOurse, John O'Brien is also say it's very difficult to pronunciate for American people. So anyway, UNGDL. So had the dimensions, interoperability and integration, and personalization, analytics, advising, learning assessment, collaboration, accessibility, and universal design. So these are, we should realize the next step. So our view at the moment, so it's just Japanese view. MOOC is an aspect, a phenotype of next generation ICT enhanced learning and education system for humans, not machines. Depending on ICT environment and learners' readiness, the system reorganizes the element, architecture, and the function in adaptive and scalable way. Maybe this idea is shared common with UNGDL. Sorry. So yesterday, Professor Stefan Downs mentioned MOOC is not replaced with conventional higher education institutions, but maybe we should consider so some kind of a big wave is transforming higher education in broader and more invisible way. So MOOC is one of the aspects or phenomena is such kind of much bigger trend or something. So I'd like to show a couple of cases in Japan. So, 2013 was the first year of MOOC in Japan because University Tokyo joined Coursera February 2013, and Kyoto University joined edX May 2013. And we launched JMOOC 2013 October. And sorry. And our organization is a non-profit and non-governmental organization. In Japanese, Japanese name translated directly, so General Incorporated Association. And we have, at the beginning, so we have no support from the government. This is a big difference from Korean case and Thai case. So we have financially, we take the membership fee models. At the moment, we have 46 academic members, 7 public members, and 33 corporate members, and some alliance members. The purpose, strengthening our cooperation with businesses. Businesses mean corporate or industries. Because we need the money from the industries. And we are very eager. We hope to have shared our many kinds of resources with other countries also. So I have no I, so can I have more time? Maybe 10 minutes past. Okay. So the second our view on MOOCs. So this historical roles MOOCs in Japan. So we think MOOC is a catalyst for the next generation ICT enhanced learning or education systems, which is applicable to developing areas and rate majority, but a sort of rate majorities institutions. So we still think MOOC is a kind of test bed for rate majority or adapters. In Japan, top university or big university can have their own IT centers and take care of their e-learning systems. But middle-sized or small-sized universities, they cannot maintain such kind of new technologies. So they need some kind of cloud-based cloud academic services in this field also. But MOOC can be a more adequate test bed for such kind of newcomer. So I will explain a couple of features or characteristics of a JMOOC. One of the characteristics, we have multiple platforms. Currently, we have 4 platforms for MOOC. One is NTT Docomo platform, Gakko. NTT Docomo is one of the major mobile carrier in Japan. They provide open edX-based MOOC platforms. And our university and private university consortium ties provide very special platforms. This is multimedia e-textbook-based platforms. E-textbook means iBook. We have an iBook version, EPUB 3 version. At the moment, we also have a web version also. So we have 3 kind of the package for the content. And the third one is Net Learning. This is a private company in Japan. They also platform open learning. This is a domestic integrated learning support platforms. Then recently, Fujitsu, a very big computer company in Japan, provide new MOOC platforms. This is a full web-based. They plan to have academic cloud services to Japanese universities. So to them, MOOC is one of the special service such Japanese universities. The number of JMOOC provided by JMOOC in these figures. So 124 is not too many, but not too small for the result of 3 years. And the total enrollment, 580,000. And this is JMOOC course. The humanity 25%, and computer science and programming 19%, business management 70%, social science 30%, and science 9%, and so on. What happened? So demography of the registrant. So so very equal among the generations. So 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60, and more are very equal numbers. And professions, full-time worker is 59%. And then they learn from using access from PC. And smartphone is like that. So I'd like to a little bit. So the relationship of higher education, the context, JMOOC in higher education reform context in Japan. So as I mentioned, so at the beginning, so we have no support from the government. But in the couple of contexts, so government so introduce MOOC activities. For example, Ministry of Education, basic plan of promoting education. It is published 2013. So as a basic measure 8, this is on qualitative transformation of college education to establish self-directed autonomous learning by students. So in this context, so to facilitate active participation of university to open the university knowledge to the world and to improve quality of education through MOOCs or open educational resources. And this is also this is a report at a cabinet secretariat. So mentioned on educational, focusing on education reproduction practice. This is very high-ranked meetings under the Prime Minister. In the report, so MOOCs is also mentioned. And this is a project of Ministry of Education and the MITI. MITI is the Ministry of International Trade and Industries. They are just planning new training framework for the workers, and they decided to use our JMOOC platform also. So, and in universities, also considering how to reuse or remix of such MOOC materials also. But this is just beginning in our country also. So some university plan to reuse the materials, MOOCs as materials of other courses. And other university plan to use some kind of pre-entrance preparatory education or admission office examination, a part of AO, admission examination, process. And I also introduce one of the JMOOC platform, OU JMOOC platforms. And our motivation is there. So I have already mentioned. So as an open university, So we'd like to examine the possibility of MOOC in open education. So our university decided to MOOC platform providers in addition to MOOC course providers. So we launched OUJ MOOC platform. So this is the concept. So we are focusing on the common area of learning management system and e-textbook, so digital textbook, and social networking services. And we also plan to big data collection and learning metrics and analytics, but this part is still developing. So the feature of our platforms are multimedia textbook, and we are running Moodles in backend at LMS. And we also utilize a couple of social networking services provided in public or commercially, so Facebook, YouTube, Mozilla Open Badge, and so on. And we also are making a learning log store, but we are still considering which data standardization should be used. So IMS Caliper Analytics Standard or ADL Experience API. So we have, our university not so rich, so we have no money. So we could not develop a MOOC platform from the scratch. So we use some kind of mashup, the given public services, and to make MOOC platforms. So we use Facebook for the registration or the information sharing with students. And as I mentioned, we used learning management Moodles, LMS. This is the open source software. And so we also use some kind of accredited system, badge systems using Mozilla Open Badges. And we put our content, so iBook version of our textbook in iBook Store, iTunes, and Android, so EPUB 3 digital textbook in Google Apps. So, so users can download it from such kind of commercial services. And needless to say, we know some people hate these social networking services, so hate Facebook or hate YouTube. So we have launched our own servers in our university, and for such people to download from our own servers also. And the number of the course our OUJ provided is not so many, but I will introduce briefly one of the course, Nihongo, so Japanese language starter A1. So different from other courses, our lecturer is this kind of avatar. So we developed courses as a team. So we gave up to youth. So we use this kind of avatar. And another characteristics, our curriculum is based on competency models. As you may know, in language education areas, CIFR, a common European framework of reference for language. So this is we use this common standard and to make curriculums. So left column is lesson. The right one is can do. Can do means competence. So we consist. This course consists of 10 lessons and 27 competencies. So the content is very interesting. So drama style skit we developed, and but I have no time, maybe 3 minutes or 5 minutes, so I cannot show you today. But if you visit. These portals, you can download our digital textbook anytime. And we have, in this fiscal year, we plan to have 3 classes with the same contents. And now, class 8 is just finishing. Totally, we have 5,000 registrants. And, big batch, so certificate holder is about between 5 and 10%. So dropout rate is still very high. So JMOOC had another meaning, joint MOOC. So as I mentioned, so we have in JMOOC platform, JMOOC consortiums, we have 4 platforms. So and to realize high quality MOOC, so maybe we should develop well-tuned artificial intelligence or machine supported systems, because we cannot use so many human resources. So MOOC innovation brought us new types of open education and big data and learning analytics, and also the possibility of optimization, especially personalization of learning processes, so under the support of machines. To realize such kind of functionality, we need many materials of the courses. So one of the current concern is how to realize materials repositories. And another is big data fusion of big data science and so on. So I have no time, so I skipped. Sorry, so I put our slide, 5 minutes? But he said 5 minutes, so 5 minutes. Okay, so as your universities, we have many databases, so siloed database. So we need some kind of federation of academic or educational databases. So we have a student information system, we have many learning management systems, and library systems also, and sometimes federated identification system also. And anyway, so we have many database in our on campus. So we can utilize such kind of personal data for the improvement of the education or management. So to realize such kind of functions, we need some standardization of the data. But I cannot, and another point is, I should say this point. So we have 4 platforms in JMOOC. So we are now have just reached agreement these 3 platform providers to share the learning log data. So to realize to share the learning log data, we maybe used IMS Caliper Analytics. Unfortunately, a GAC platform used OpenEdX, so they cannot they cannot change the software, learning log data, data collecting part, so they by themselves. So they should be a kind of observer, but we start how can realize such kind of data sharing systems among platforms. And the materials repositories, we have some very common framework using librarian systems. In Japan, we have a gyro system. This is harvesting systems of institutional repositories. So using same framework, so we try to realize such kind of materials repository functions. The internationally, so we have a Globe Consortium, this one, Global Learning Object Brokered Exchange. This consortium was established 15 years ago, and Melrose, Thai Cyber University also a member. But currently, we have no activities, actually. But I'd like to make a proposal to reuse this federated metadata systems for materials repositories. So maybe I used most of time. So we hope Thai Cyber University and we, in addition to sharing of MOOC course information, have not only such kind of course information, but new sharing different levels of sharing of materials, such as materials or applications or sometimes data in the future. So thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you so very much, Professor Sunil Yamada. Since we are a bit behind the schedule, so I would like to seek your cooperation. I'll come back to this grand hall at 10:45, so we can start the next session on time. Thank you. for the last day of the IEC 2016. Next presentation will be about the Thai MOOC National Strategy for Lifelong Learning by Assistant Professor Anuchai Thira Reungchaisi, who is currently the Associate Dean in Educational Innovation, Faculty of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Chulalongkorn University, and he is also the Deputy Director, Thailand Cyber University Project, Office of Higher Education Commission, Ministry of Education. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Anuchai Thira Reungchaisi.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and สวัสดีครับ Thank you very much, Dr. Rachen, for introducing me. I am very pleased to present Thai MOOC in this conference, and also pleasure to present in English too. First of all, my outline of presentation may be similar to Professor Yamada outline without any talking or discussed before, but we have the same similar outline to present. I would like to start from the background or rationale of Thai MOOC, and then proceed to the establishment of Thai MOOC, and then the current situation and the system of the Thai MOOC. Let me elaborate more about the background and rationale of Thai MOOC. Maybe similar to other countries, that we have demand or need from the demand side from the student, and also the supply side from the university. According to the statistic in 2012, we found that only 40% of students can have opportunity in university, and the rest 60% did not have any opportunity for university or higher education. So we leave out a lot of students. And also every 15 years, Commission on Higher Education do a planning for 15 years long-range plan, and the second 15 years long-range plan, they found that higher education, especially university, should take care or responsible not only for the student, for the secondary student that entrance to the university, but also have to responsible to the working people in the industry, that we have more than 30 million people. Higher education should have some role to improve their skill, their knowledge, to raise the potential of the working people in the countries. That is the demand side. For the supply side, for the university side, up until now, we have 157 higher education institutes, including university, college, and other similar level of higher education institute. This chart shows the statistic or demographic of the university. We have both public and private. We have 83 public and 74 private in higher education institute. But the competitiveness or potential to compete to other university in other country in the term of ranking system, we found that we still lag behind, or we still need to improve ourselves a lot to have potential to compete to other institutes. So Okay. From 157, we have only maybe 10 something university that appear on the ranking chart. So it's a wide range of university quality. Okay, sorry. Okay, this is the situation of higher education from demand side and supply side. So how MOOC is the new way of providing education, how MOOC can accommodate or can address or can solve some problem in the higher education. And do Thailand ready for MOOC? As many professors present in this conference about MOOC, so I will script what is MOOC. But in short, MOOC is the massive way of providing open online education. So mean that everyone in everywhere that can connect to internet, they will have opportunity to access the education. So when concerned about readiness to MOOC, we can divide the factor to consider into foundation factor, enabling factor. Okay, we should have good foundation factors, and then we should have good enabling factor to be readiness for Thai MOOC or for MOOC education. For the foundation, we should have a very fast, reliable network infrastructure. We should have a big portal of content, maybe in open educational resources or open courseware or any kind of digital content that ready to combine to become a big online course, and also the readiness of learner, and they should have accessible to internet. And then the enabling is the cooperation of the provider or the supply side, maybe the university, and also regulation and law should support the way to provide MOOC or online education. And also we should motivate teachers to participate in, to buy in, and there will be mediator to conduct the MOOC course to the student. And then we should address the difficulty or the problem of the higher education in the top of this chart. So I will show some readiness factor. As all of you will know that the structure of Ministry of Education in Thailand, we have 5 pillars, and especially we have 3 pillars that take care of the basic education, vocational education, and also the higher education. So this is 3 pillars that cover maybe the major portion of the learner in the formal education and also in non-formal education. Yeah. And also this pillar, Office of Permanent Secretary, take care of the non-formal education. We continuing have a very long plan of ICT for education, and including the plan of ICT for education, we have at least three ministries that have a very major influence on the ICT for the country and for education. We have Ministry of ICT, we have Ministry of Education, and also Ministry of Science and Technology. And all of them have a master plan to take care and to develop the ICT for the country, including the education. I have some problem with with the clicker. Okay, this is the map show that the internet connection among, in the center is the UNINET. UNINET is an inter-university network connecting all university or public university in Thailand. Very strong, very fast internet. And also they have a strong and fast internet, reliable and fast internet to other network, including the international network. But not only the university, now UNINET become national education network. So UNINET will connect to the school also, secondary school. Sorry. Okay. This map shows that the UNINET connect to the major secondary school in all parts of Thailand. So mean that if we provide some online education via the UNINET, so it will reach to the university, also to the school, secondary school, major secondary school in the country. And from time to time, UNINET will expand to cover more school, including primary school also. So this infrastructure may be ready for providing some kind of education. And also not only the public network, but also the private network. We will experience that now the private, we have many private companies to provide the internet service, and the service very good, better and better, and now faster and faster. So maybe no problem. Okay. As you may know that in Thailand we have 150 and plus some university, but we try to set up a network of university to strengthen among the university in the same region. So we have 9 regions, and in each region we have the major university to become the hub university. So every policy from the Commission on Higher Education will deliver to the hub university, and they will conduct the cooperative activity among the member university city in that region. This structure of network very strong and very benefit to when Commission on Higher Education want to deliver policy or run some new project or some new innovation, we run through the region network. So you can see we have 9 major universities. So in the past, as you already know that Thailand Cyber University, we have a very long time that try to initiate or try to support the online ways of education or ICT education. Maybe up until now, it may be 11 years ago from 2008. So we have a lot of projects that create the readiness from time to time. We empowering the major university in the regional network, and then we try to support or try to cooperate with them to provide courseware, to encourage every university to share courseware. We have a big courseware portal. Maybe some of you have tried and also utilize the content in the courseware portal. And also many projects that I will walk through very fast. This is a strategy of TCU. Okay. We have TCU OpenCourseware, we have TCU Globe, as Professor Yamada mentioned that TCU as a member in the Globe project, And now GROP will become the GROP 2.0, the new GROP that have new strategy. And we also expect to be the member of the new GROP system. Professor Yamada, he is the one who introduced GROP to Thailand Cyber U. GROP is the project that interconnect all content portal from each country, each individual country that have a content portal, interconnect together and let the user, let the student or teacher can search through, mean that they just put out one keyword and they can search all major portal in the network and they find the result from the major portal, similar to Google. But in this way we found the cost, not only the web page, but the cost or the quality content from the major university or major portal of member of GROP. And also we conduct knowledge management, knowledge sharing, such as this conference every yearly. And also we do training. This is the part activity. Okay, I will skip this time this slide very fast, but not fast because the clicker not work. Okay, we have a MOU to major university. We have GROP project. Now, I would like to present more about Thai MOOC. At the first time, 2014-15, Thai MOOC established under Thailand Cyber University Project under the Commission on Higher Education. But as all of you will know that the current government run the policy about digital economy. And under digital economy, they have 5 pillars, hard infrastructure, soft infrastructure, and also the pillar that related to the education is society and knowledge. Under this pillar, they have committee on digital society and have one section called lifelong learning session. And this session, the aim, the objective of this session is to provide, to utilize the digital technology to enabling the lifelong learning of the Thailand people. So under this section, under the policy of the government, all projects that provide the digital learning or digital education from every institute or every organization under the Ministry of Education or other ministry will combine together, will integration, have some kind of integration. These 4 major projects is the project that have already established but share similar objective. So under the policy, we try to work together, try to collaborate and provide our MOOC education in the same platform. So it means that we can address all level of students and also the people in Thailand. You can see the name of the organization, Office of Basic Education, of Ministry of Education, Office of Permanent Education, take care of the non-formal education, and also Office of Higher Education. Okay, so we can cover more students. Okay, I put this logo to show to you that under the new Thai MOOC project, we have the cooperate effort from 3 ministries and 3 organizations that take care of maybe the major portion of the education level, the basic education, the Office of Permanent Education, and the higher education, and also 3 major ministries support and and put effort on this project. This is the conceptual model that how can we combine our project together and work together. We discussed about the conceptual model of the infrastructure. So we agree to have some kind of the single account for all people. So you usually one account, you can continue your learning in this MOOC platform from your primary, secondary to the university, and after you graduate, working people, you can use the same account. The benefit of use the same account mean that you can collect all your learning portfolio. Yeah, that you do from your time of children until your working time, and your learning portfolio will support you in many ways. For example, it will show that you are very active learner, you are very curious or very good learner, and will prove as your performance if you can pass the exam of some courses, and also if you take the course from some university, maybe it will let you have opportunity to enter to that university or continuing your master degree or PhD in that university with exempt for some courses, something like this. And so we have the central, we plan to have the central database, keep all content, keep all user account, and also the learning portfolio with all the major portal content. And we use the same platform that we adopt the Open EDX or Open edX. Okay. We expect that in the future, when we're ready, we can do the credit transfer among one university to other university, also learning before enter the university, and also many applications using the learning portfolio, but not in the first phase. Maybe you should extend another 10 minutes for the time of click. Okay, this is the picture that we try to support all lifelong or level of student can utilize the Thai MOOC. Sorry, in Thai. Okay, this is the role of each ministry that we can we separate our role and take the responsible for the platform. The Ministry of ICT will provide the strong and reliable and scalable platform. For example, the cloud platform to the Thai MOOC, and also the Ministry of Science and Technology. They have a very good organization called National Electronic and Computer Technology Center (NECTEC). That have very keen research about the computer technology and also the application development. This organization will participate and will be the major organization to adopt Open edX and customize it to fit the feature that we design together. And also the Ministry of Education take care of the provide education to the learner. So in summarize, Thai MOOC will be the alternative education delivery model to support the lifelong learning of Thai people. And also, as the establishment or the project, we will learn, research about the online education, the pedagogy, the assessment, the standard of MOOC way that very well established in other countries, but we will adopt to Thai context. We will do a lot of research about this in the first phase, and we confident that in the second phase we will more ready to do more application, for example, credit transfer or examination. And also, this is the way this project will strengthen our relationship among ministry, among institutions, and also among all organizations, including the university network, and also develop human resource. Okay, this is the model. So Thai MOOC we provide the learning in many alternative ways. For example, everyone can learn as their need, and they did not want to make any exam or take any credit. So they can learn and finish the learning as they prefer. But for the one that who want to record their success or their past, they can learn and take exam at the assessment service center. That they can after they pass, their record will collect in the credit bank, and then transfer, if possible, transfer to their home university or their host university. And also in the future, if they learn more courses, so they can collect all the courses and transfer to be maybe certificate or degree. As you may know that now some profession, for example, a nurse or teacher or pharmacist, they have to continue in their license with the continuing education. So we can use this MOOC way to provide the continuing education course to the profession, to those professions that they can learn and they can get the credit, professional continuing education credit, and they can continue their license. In the first year, we try to, this is the major course I will show you later. This is the model. We also introduce the OER in interoperate with the MOOC course. OER is the object, open educational resources, maybe not in the size of the course, but smaller, but can more flexible to reuse. So we introduce the OER, including the MOOC and interoperate this together. For the OER side, all teacher can create or can share their OER, and also students can use the OER as their education benefit. But also some courses can utilize the OER as the material in the MOOC course also. But all the participants that participate in the system, they will have their portfolio. So this is a kind of mechanism to motivation all people to participate in. When one teacher contribute one resources, they have the record of their contribution. So they can show the contribution record to their principal or their boss to show their academic service activity. And if their contribution was rating, we have the rating system similar to Professor Jerry Merlo system. We adopt that kind of rating system. So if a lot of people rating that this is a good quality content, then they have some kind of credential to show to their principal. Similar to the MOOC course, we try to introduce this portfolio for learner and for the teacher. Okay, I think the time is up. So now, up until now, under this project, we have worked with 9 region university, meaning that the whole country university, and they propose courses to be the first phase MOOC courses in the Thai MOOC. And now we collect more than 125 courses that will be finished and can be provided the beginning of next year. Totally cover 1,400 hours of learning. And I have some name of courses, sorry, in Thai, but you can recognize if you can read Thai, you can recognize that this is a small courses but very benefit or very useful for daily life or to develop or is very up to date or very address the way of living. Maybe some courses very unique from some area. For example, batik is the way to produce the batik clothes, and also communication in English, communication in Malayu, benefit for the southern part people, something like this. And also many small courses benefit to the teacher, to the student, and to the people. Some do it yourself courses also appear in the first phase courses. So in the first phase, we would like to experiment or try to provide the courses, and then we will learn more. And then after that, we ready for the second phase. That will be the whole course, the full courses, and more application, for example, credit transfer. Thank you very much. Sorry for use more time, but you have to extend more for my lap time of clicker. Thank you very much.
Since we are behind the schedule, actually, Dr. Anuchit, you still have like a few minutes. If those who are interested to ask some questions about Thai MOOC, you are free to do so. Okay, if not, okay, so I will continue and proceed to the last presentation by our keynote speaker, entitled Leveraging Technology to Promote Access, Quality and Effective Governance in Higher Education, Perspectives from UNESCO Bangkok by Dr. Lee Bing Wang. Dr. Wang Li Peng, Professor of Education, Zhejiang University, People's Republic of China, received his doctoral degree at Hangzhou University, China in 1994. He specializes in cooperative education, higher education policies, and teacher education. He is currently a university professor at the College of Education, Zhejiang University, China. He was a visiting fellow at the University of Sussex, United Kingdom from 1992 to 1993, and the University of Warwick from 1998 to 1999. Since 2000, his work has been closely linked with UNESCO, as he was appointed as director of UNESCO APET Associate Center at Zhejiang University and secretary at the Global University Network for Innovation Asia and the Pacific, a UNESCO-initiated regional network that brings together leading universities in this region for experience sharing and partnership building. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Wang Li Bing.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, for your kind introduction. I'm now working in UNESCO Bangkok already for almost 4 years. Before that, I was a professor of education in Zhejiang University of China, and I'm now chief of the section, which is in charge of higher education, teacher education, ICT in education, education for sustainable development, and technical and vocational education and training. So we have a very big mandate, actually. And I'm around for all the meetings. That's part of my job, to attending all the meetings. But I'm really happy to be here because this is really an area that we want to promote. As you can see, actually, in my unit section, actually, we haven't done a lot on the use of technology in education, but it obviously being one of our priority areas is to promote the use of technology in higher education. I would like to start with a very brief introduction of the new global sustainable agenda. As you know, UN system, we are adopting a very planning, long-term planning approach. We are planning for every 15 years. So in the year 2000, United Nations came up with the so-called Millennium Development Goals, which ended last year in the year 2015. And then now we have new agenda, new development goals, which is SDG, we call it Sustainable Development Goals, which are covering all areas of human life. And you can see, you can see SDG 4 is specifically for education. And the UNESCO was actually fighting for our separate SDG goals, and we did it, which means that under the new agenda, SDG, we have a very standalone SDGs, which is to promote inclusive, quality, and education and lifelong learning for all. So for us, we always link all our activities to these SDGs and SDGs 4. In this area, I think the new agenda is very comprehensive, as you can see from these slides. Compared with the previous Millennium Development Goals, this one is very comprehensive, covering areas from early child care and education to adult learning and lifelong learning. And so, you know, from this new agenda, you can see more visibility of technical and vocational education and training, and also higher education. And in this, for this new agenda, actually, it's quite clear that the use of ICTs, the roles of ICTs in the achievement of these new SDGs is very critical and widely recognized. As you can see from this ICTs, particularly mobile technology, holds a great promise for accelerating progress in achieving these new SDGs. I would like to draw your attention to some of our UNESCO's normative documents. One of the most recent normative document is the Qingdao Declaration, which was adopted soon after the World Forum on Education in the Republic of Korea. We came up with the new Education 2030, and after Yingchuan Forum, there was a meeting organized by UNESCO in Qingdao, People's Republic of China. And this meeting came up with a declaration called the Qingdao Declaration. You can see, actually, it's quite clear for UNESCO that ICTs has a lot of benefits. But mainly, all the benefits are around 3 dimensions. The first one is to promote access to education. And it's a cost-effective way to promote more people to get access to education. Of course, computers, all the infrastructures are very expensive. But compare with the construction of the, you know, real buildings, schools, it's being regarded as a cost-effective solutions to promote access to education. Secondly, it's also related to quality of education. Many people are very skeptical about the use of ICT. They said, oh, we are now losing people-to-people interpersonal contact because of the introduction of the machines. And maybe in the future, we will remember this traditional way of delivering education based on face-to-face personal interaction. You will remember these good, days where you were educated with your teachers, closely, and now you are facing a machine, right? So we are really very much remember the benefits of eating something which is handmade, right? But people said we are now going into a period where education is not handmade, it's machine-made. So these kind of things, I think we should also take into account, and the quality, if it's necessary. I think we need to convince people that by introducing more technology-based innovations, is it good for the quality of education? And lastly, I think the benefits is also about effectiveness and the transparency of the education management and governance and management system. So it's 3 dimensions, and we are looking at the benefits of the use of ICT. So the first one is, of course, access, and I really appreciate what Khun Anucha has just presented about the national initiatives in Thailand. You made a lot, every region, key universities as an e-learning hub, try to reach unreached people. But for us, what we understand is that actually we do not use MOOCs quite often. It's not a UNESCO terminology, but we use open and distance learning. And MOOCs is one of open and distance learning. And you can see with the development of infrastructure, especially the increasing penetration rate of the broadband service, we can see actually there's a great potential for us to leverage the technology for promoting access. We also highly recommend governments to recognize quality assured online courses as part of alternative or complementary modes to face-to-face study programs. But we are very cautious when it comes to basic education. We would see governments to introduce a common framework for all the kids, rather than create another system, which is through non-traditional modalities, by introducing more skill-based vocational type education to the students who may out of school because of economic reason. And we don't think this kind of arrangement can be, institutionalized. So I think this is just a different way of delivery, rather than creating another ways of schooling, which is totally different from the mainstream school system, which is not very much encouraged, because as we understand, basic education should be free, should be compulsory, with a single curriculum standards. After compulsory education, there might be different streams, right? Vocational, academic, all these kind of things. So this is the things I would like to share with you. Secondly, of course, open and distance learning used to be offered by traditional open university systems. So we always say that open universities, they are more advanced in integrating technology in their programs, right? And traditional universities are always very slow in introducing this kind of e-learning, programs. But actually, we would like to expand open and distance learning to traditional universities, either by introducing more blended learning programs or MOOCs to reach the disadvantaged group. It's quite clear that for every higher education institutions, there are three pillars of university teaching. One is for undergraduate, second is for postgraduate, and the third pillar is to serve the adult learners with continuing and the professional development programs, right? And we should actually, we should develop more open and distance learning programs for these non-traditional learners, and also to targeting this disadvantaged group. Another issue is also very important, because every time I attended a similar meeting like this, I would see different groups of people. Some are specialized in technology, some are pedagogy experts, but some, and we do not very much engage people in the subject, right? But actually, any successful MOOCs or on open and distance learning program is depending on the close collaboration between this three group of people. Before I came to UNESCO, I got to know that actually in China, sometimes these three group of people, not easy to work together, right? And you can see a lot of bad stories. Some are dominated by technology people, some are driven by pedagogy people. And it's not, I think we need to think of establishing a post in the universities which can call Chief Learning Architect. It's not learning and teaching center, right? We have a lot of universities who already established teaching and the learning center, try to give staff training on technology, on the use of technology, and also training on pedagogical issues. But it's not enough. I think for every higher education institution, like every bank, they have a chief economist. I think university and higher education is basically a learning institution. We need to think of, establish a post called Chief Learning Architect, which is beyond these three dimensions of technology, pedagogy, and content, and to define, the overarching visions, objectives, domains of learning, which is in line with national qualifications framework, which can also distinguish your university from other universities. You can adopt different modes, you can adopt different theories, constructivism, all these kind of things. And we would like, actually, university to think of these options. Because as far as I know, actually, faculty, although many universities have faculty of education, but many are marginalized. They are not very much utilized to support teaching and learning in the universities. And actually, people who are in charge of teaching and learning is sometimes not well qualified in terms of training, right? So this kind of things, I would say, is very important, and we need to have an overarching concept design for the whole university. I don't know if Thailand is in the process of developing your national qualifications framework in line with the ASEAN qualifications reference framework. But this is also, I think, very important. And I think this should be, the way forward for many of the universities, if you would like really to promote the use of technology in your university. Of course, this is the Qingdao Declaration, which says that the use of technology has a lot of benefits. But I would like to draw your attention to the justifications why the use of technology can enhance quality of education provision. It's quite clear that with the use of technology, especially mobile technology, internet, students can have more learning experiences, and with many learning resources, right? Internet is the biggest open educational resources. Also, you have to pay for getting access, right? But it's the largest, and you have a lot of search engine, right? Also, we have Wikipedia, right? Or many things. In the past, teacher had the monopoly of knowledge because there's no other teaching materials, learning materials. But now, maybe students can have more information than the teachers. So this kind of things is really, the environment is really changing. And we can see, the use of technology also is helpful in promoting individualized learning, right? Do not need to follow the same session, right? For all the students, and it's also more interactive with other learning partners, and I would say that we have seen the increasing use of blended learning in Australia. You can see some even adopt the model of 70% of the teaching hours is online, 70, and face-to-face is only 30. So I think this kind of practice need, us to think of introducing more online learning modality. But of course, face-to-face is also very important. For UNESCO, I would like to recommend you to have a look at two normative documents, which is, the first one is UNESCO Commonwealth of Learning Joint Guidelines for Open Educational Resources. And another one is a Paris Declaration on Open Educational Resources. And I think MOOCs should be serving as an important way to deliver open educational resources in higher education. And we are actually now organizing regional meetings to take stock of the best policies and the practices from our member states. Of course, we need to think of the development of MOOCs from OER perspectives. This can be regarded as a social responsibility of higher education institutions. UNESCO is not very much in favor of over-commercialization of MOOCs. We encourage governments and higher education institutions to develop more OER-oriented MOOCs. So this is very important. And I think for every higher education institutions, we need to think of developing an institutional strategies for the use of ICT in education, including MOOCs, policies on MOOCs and blended learning. We would like to suggest, when you are doing your institutional planning, please think of the use of technology in the delivery and the management of education in your university. Recently, we just got approved of a project which will be benefiting two countries, Sri Lanka and Cambodia. The objective is to actually provide capacity building to two flagship universities of RUPP, Royal University of Phnom Penh and the University of Colombo, to develop their institutional capacity in the use of ICTs for teaching and learning innovation. So this is something we are going to do with support actually from the Korea government of the Republic of Korea. Another issue will be will be related to collective knowledge construction. As you know, nowadays MOOCs or the MOOCs network are almost dominated by the developed countries, right? And we are facing, the danger of losing our indigenous knowledge. And as an intergovernmental organization, UNESCO should have a voice. Because one of the motivation for the development of MOOCs is to democratize the knowledge production process, right? But what we see is actually that many of the star professors, their lectures, their lesson plan, their videos are widespread, right? And every young or junior professors or junior teaching staff, they are following this. When it comes to countries, also, we need to think of the capacity of the developing countries. We need to encourage localization or customization, this kind of process. So I think this is one of the area we are very much concerned. We would like to encourage countries to collaborate with each other, which can be leading to collective knowledge construction. We would also like countries to pay more attention to protect your indigenous knowledge. Another issue which is also very important is MOOCs and its relation with cross-border higher education. It's quite clear that if we introduce foreign MOOCs, it's really being related to cross-border supply. If they are leading to certification or leading to diplomas or qualifications. And I don't know what's the terms, of Thailand or other countries. When you are joining WTO, you make a commitment to open your market, right? And the cross-border supply, do you make any concession? You promise market access to cross-border supply, which means any other foreign universities, they can actually offer online learning. And their qualifications are recognized in your country. Which means you do not need to go to New York. And you can get master degree, even PhD degree from a university in New York. I don't know what's the status of countries, when it comes to your commitment to the general agreement on the trade in services. But I think it's quite clear that I think foreign MOOCs should be regulated. I don't think every country would like all the teaching and the learning content be decided by people outside the country. So this is something I think we would like member states to collaborate, actually. You cannot simply, providing this so-called cross-border supply of higher education programs. Foreign MOOCs that are part of joint study programs that can be leading to domestic certification. I think it's subject to the regulation of the domestic quality assurance system, right? And we would also like to encourage countries to work together to develop joint MOOCs based on MOUs. So this is a kind of things I think we would very much encourage, and we thought that credit recognition and the transfer is also very important. Of course, the last dimension is about governance, and it's also quite clear that according to Qingdao Declaration, the use of ICT is very important for transparency of decision-making process, governance, and also effectiveness and efficiency of the system, which is evidence-based, data-supported, and of course, we have a lot of information management system, right? So this is the three dimensions I think UNESCO would like to see the benefits of the use of technology. For us, actually, we haven't done a lot, actually, but the ongoing things we are doing is a project, as I mentioned earlier. We just got a project approved, which will be, building staff capacity for ICT-driven innovation in Cambodia and Sri Lanka. And we are going to target 2 flagship universities. This project will be launched very soon. We are also going to organize a meeting together with our partner in Korea, National Institute of Lifelong Learning, to organize a meeting on MOOCs as a catalyst to enhance teaching and lifelong learning in Asia and the Pacific. And we are planning to invite participants from 10 or 11 countries to the meeting, which will be held in Seoul in collaboration with our partners, local partners, which is NIO. And we are going to publish a publication which is actually ready for printing, based on one of our projects, which is to build the capacity of higher education institutions for blended learning. We collected many case studies from Korea, from China, from Indonesia, from Malaysia, Australia, from many countries in this region. And now we are going to publish a book. I realize that in this region, we do not have the tradition of easily recognize, something which is not based on face-to-face, right? So this is something I think we need to clearly think of what's the benefits, what's the risks, and how this kind of program can be quality assured. So this is something I think I would like to share with you. I'm not counting the times, but I would be happy if there's any questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Will Li Ping. And we still have a few minutes for questions and answer. If you have. So now, actually, we still have 10 minutes before our lunch break. And in the afternoon, there are still the concurrent sessions in 6 rooms. So please don't forget to bring your notebook computer with you. And also the certificate will be awarded only for participants who attended both days of the conference. And the certificate can be received on July 29th, it means today, at 3 p.m. at the registration counter. So don't forget, in the program bulletins, you have the evaluation form for the second day and also the last day of the IEC 2016. Thank you so very much for our 7 keynote speakers for the 2-day conference. And most heartfelt thanks to all participants who have shown up your interest and participation. The luncheons will be served at the same room as yesterday, 203 and also 222. And we'll meet again for next year, IEC Conference 2017. Thank you and goodbye.